Hi, I'm David Marshall, and I chose to speak about running in the Olympics for my informative speech. I chose running because of the Olympics and because I've been a runner since I was 7 years old. I ran competitively for 7 years, and I ran cross country and track, and I was an all-state runner 3 times. Also, I like the Olympics because it brings the world together every 4 years, and running is natural, and all cultures do it. First, I will speak about the history of Olympics, and then I will speak about how to run and persistence hunting, and then finally, I will discuss the global reach of the Olympics. Running is the first sport. It started in 776 BC. It was a 600-foot long running race, and a cook won from a nearby town. The race only it was the only race for the first 13 Olympics. Now I'll speak about running itself. There are 3 types of running. There's a midfoot strike, a heel strike, and a toe or the ball of the foot strike. This pertains to the way that the foot contacts the ground for the duration of your gait, or the time that your foot contacts the ground. A new study shows that heel striking is bad. This study confirms popular belief of heel striking being bad for your joints, particularly your hips and your knees. Running is deeply involved in many cultures. Cultures that use running as a staple for living is the Kalahari tribe and many Native American tribes. They practice persistence hunting. This means that they use endurance to kill the animal through exhaustion. They chase after the animal, and when the animal sprints away, it has to stop running to cool down to avoid overheating by panting. The tribe, however, keeps its pace and slowly catches up after each time that the animal has to stop to cool down. Eventually, the animal dies from exhaustion, and the tribe takes the animal back for food. The only tribe that still uses this type of persistence hunting is the Kalahari tribe. Now I will speak about the Olympics. The Olympics ties everything together, including runners and all other athletes from all over the world. Hiromi Kubo wrote, during the 2012 Summer Olympics in London, for example, 4 billion people watched the spectacular opening ceremonies on television. More than 10,000 athletes from over 200 countries participated, and 20 million people visited the city, and over $14 billion was raised in revenue. In contrast, Kubo wrote before Sochi, the upcoming Sochi Winter Olympics in 2014 are expected to draw 6,000 athletes and 1.2 million spectators to the city. More importantly, in addition to the large amount of money and pressure from the global attention, hosting the Olympic Games has ripple effects through all layers of the cities and the country's social and economic culture. This proves the global reach of the Olympic Games. As you can tell from the quote, the Summer Games has a lot more clout than the Winter Games. Track and field is a part of the Summer Olympiad. Track is one of the most watched sports during the Summer Olympics, and because so many people are watching it, it brings all cultures together, no matter what athlete or country they are rooting for. Everything that I have said has proven that running the Olympics are important to a lot of the world's cultures. Without running, we would not have the Olympics, and without the Olympics, sports might not be as popular or as competitive as they are now. Running is also a necessity to some of the world, and without running, people may die. Running is the basis of life to some and the basis of all sports to others.